Okay, so a lot happened in these last 3 episodes. Episode 22, 23, and 25, because we're not talking about More to Love. So where we left off, it's a lot, guys. It's just, this show is a lot. Like, this show is a lot. But anyways, so they had a recoupling. They had their little stars are aligned party, you know? And you know, we have our couples. Our couples, Justine and Caleb, Jaleb, Johnny and Sully, Calvin and Kirsten, Harrington and Laurel, and Moira and Connor, and Mackenzie and Aaron, Jalen and Cher. They're together. Okay, so now with this recoupling, America, y'all voted who are your top, 3 couples, and obviously there was no surprise there. Caleb, Justine, Johnny, Sully. Although Johnny was sweating because he thought that, you guys lost hope in him, which I'm pretty sure we have lost hope. But they're still a pretty solid couple. So America saved Johnny and Sully and Kristen and Calvin, which was interesting. Okay, so they're saved, and then now the house guests have to eliminate 2 people, a guy and a girl. So Mackenzie's gone, Jalen's gone, Cher's gone, and Aaron's gone. It's kind of bittersweet. I mean, like, all the new guys that came in just kind of left. Like, they were like a blip in time. They were here one day and gone the next. I'm glad Jalen left, because Jalen was inauthentic, if you ask me. I think he just wanted to get on the show and he used Mackenzie. So I'm glad he's gone. But now Mackenzie's also gone as well. But you know what? It was her time to go, because she was doing the most. She was doing the most. She was being a little bit over dramatic, and it was time. Like, we've had enough of your storyline. We need you to go home. Do what you gotta do. Come back to peace. Come back to center, and yeah, just come off the show, because you were literally. I feel like she was slowly, literally, just like peeling away, falling apart in front of us. So yeah, she had to go. So those people are gone. Cool. Now we have 3 new boys that enter in Noah, Benny, and Ben. Okay. So a lot of people are saying, oh, Benny is Johnny 2.0, Johnny 2.0. And these 2 episodes were giving me life, because Johnny was sweating. And you really see that Johnny's guilt with what he did at Casa Amor was starting to eat at him, because he was just almost like imploding almost. And then with the entrance of this new boy, Benny, who was bold, and I loved his boldness, because he knows that Sully is wifed up with Johnny, but he still pulled her for a date. So I love the boldness, and that kind of turned Sully on as well, because she's like, wow, like, I have to give this guy a chance, because he's bold enough to come and pull me, and he knows that I'm the most wiped up. So now you see Johnny, like, he's sweating. His boy Caleb's dogging him, not making him feel any better. And the reason why he's sweating so much is because he knew he messed up. He knows he messed up in Casa Amor. He knows he messed up. He sees another guy that comes in the house that kind of has the same vibe as him, has tattoos, and apparently Sully loves tattoos. So now he feels threatened. He feels like his girl's gonna be taken from him. And for the first time, we see this very comfortable couple that's been coasting throughout the whole season start to sweat, and we start to see cracks in the relationship. I feel bad for Sully. I feel bad for you, girl, because she's just loyal, she's just trustworthy, she just puts her all into it. And then Johnny, he fumbled the bag, he fumbled the ball, and he's paying for it. But unfortunately, it also requires, Sully to be emotionally distraught while he's paying for it. But let me tell you, it looks good. It's entertaining to see Johnny sweat. I'm not gonna lie, it is entertaining to see Johnny sweat. Okay, let's be real. So he's sweating there because, and then they get in their little bit of arguments, and then in comes the game, the tweet game, which just set the whole thing back in motion. So they were eventually, Johnny and Sally, after he revealed his Casa Amor news, and Sally had her moment, you know, she forgave him. They were cool again. Then the game comes, the tweet game. And one of the tweet was, is somebody going to tell Sally what Johnny really did in Casa Amor, because what he said was not the full truth. Now that just set their whole relationship back. Their whole relationship back. And now Sally's like, well, what the hell? Like, this guy's not lying. And Sally's been saying, trust is her thing. Trust is her thing. And the fact that Johnny didn't, he didn't necessarily lie, but he didn't tell her the full, all the details of what happened. And the fact that Sally has to now come and hear about the fact that Johnny pulled covers over from Caleb and from Noah. By the way, Noah, this kid Noah, okay, this kid Noah, who the hell, who is he? Who is he, first of all? He, and the scene where Sally went to Noah, first of all, I was like, why are you going to this guy? Why are you going to this guy? But anyways, the fact that Noah was so happy to spill the tea on Johnny. Not only did he spill the tea, he gave his own 2 cents. Like, are you real? Like, now I was having a debate about this with my friends. Like, some of my friends were like, oh, he broke bro code, he broke code. I was like, listen, he has no obligation to the guys. He doesn't know the guys. He doesn't need to be loyal to the guys. So him revealing what he saw on TV is not necessarily breaking bro code, because he has no obligation to Johnny. And he's also there to find love. Maybe he thought this was his way to gain trust with Sally and whatever. I don't know. But what bothered me was not, okay, you tell what you saw on TV. Okay, done it. The fact that the man was going in, giving his 2 cents and 3 pence. Like, no one asked you. No one asked you for your opinion on the matter. She just asked you what happened. What happened? What did you see on TV? What is it that America's seeing that I'm not seeing? I didn't ask you to give me your epilogue and your dialogue. I didn't ask you to dissect and intersect your opinion on it. And the fact that no one was giving his 2 cents and 3 pence, I was like, no one asked you, sir. Now you're messy. Now you're messy. Now you are messy, okay? He's messy. So that was that. I was just like, this kid is annoying. He disappeared. I don't know if I must have missed the episodes. Can somebody please let me know in the comments what happened to him? Because in this last episode that happened on Sunday, the man was not there. So clearly something happened that I missed. I don't know what I missed. I don't know if I missed the episode but it doesn't look like I missed this episode. All I know is he never fitted it. He never fit in anyways. No one was gonna check for him. No one was checking for him. The guys didn't like him because he's hella annoying, hella cocky. Like, why are you there? So yeah, so now Sally is, she's like distraught. She's like talking to him. You didn't tell me the truth, blah, 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 blah. And she goes to talk to him. And the fact that, and this is how you know Johnny is so guilty, because even when she had that, like, backtracking a bit, even when she had that date with Benny, and she came back to him and he was asking, and Johnny was asking her, how did the date go? She's like, oh, the date went well. Like, we had a good conversation, blah, blah, blah. But the whole time I was thinking about you and wanted to come back to you. It kind of went over his head. I don't know if you guys noticed it. It went over Johnny's head. Like, he didn't hear that. And the first thing he started to do was jumping on her. Oh, what are you going to do? So what are you telling me? You telling me you're interested?
Or we have one temporary pause.
That's not what I want at all.
Okay.
So that's why I'm flustered, because I'm like, what did it, like, I went over there, I just had...
No problem, you're here with me right now. I just need to know whether I need to be concerned if I'm going with my girl or not.
Tell me you're open. What is the case? If that's not the case, then you need to tell him. He needs to know that you're not open. You need to go and tell him. Bro, you completely disregarded what she just said. She just told you that she was thinking about you the whole time and she was excited to come back to you, and you started jumping down her throat. Not only that, you're forcing the girl to take off her glasses so you can look into her eyes. This man was displaying real abusive boyfriend behavior, emotionally abusive boyfriend behavior. I don't care, but that was emotionally abusive and manipulative. And I'm glad that Sally clocked. Sully clocked, okay? Sully clocked. Even when she was talking to Justine, and even when she was talking to the camera, and you know, she had time to reflect, she realized that she was being manipulated. She realized she was being emotionally manipulated by this man. Like, how are you trying to make this girl feel guilty? Because you feel guilty. He's in the wrong. He feels guilty about what he did at Castlemore. So now he's trying to make her feel guilty for having a conversation with Benny. Like, it's crazy. It was crazy. What was going on? I'm like, I can't believe this. But then, you know, then I realized that the man's 22. That's another story in itself. I thought the man looks 32. What do you mean you're 22? The man just took off his diaper last year. Anyways, so he's 22. So that kind of explains the immaturity a bit. It kind of explains the insecurity a bit. But I'm glad eventually he sort of, you know, once the villa's therapist, Caleb, sat down and talked to him, and Justine sat down and talked to him, kind of made him realize what his actions were doing to Sully and how he was coming off. He kind of calmed down, reflected, went to Sully, was like, you know what, I'm sorry, haven't been acting right, everything is my fault, blah 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 blah. I'm glad that Sully got a backbone and stood up to him, told her how she felt, told her that, you know, the way he's been behaving, his version of the truth isn't enough. I'm glad she stood up for herself finally, and told him wagwan, made him sweat even more. Now, I don't know exactly, now that we're having another recoupling, today we're gonna see the rest of the recoupling. I am 100% sure she's still gonna pick Johnny. Like, really, who else is she gonna pick? She's not gonna pick Benny. As much as she likes Benny, she's not gonna pick Benny. Because like I said in the last video, Sully is sprung. But not only that, she's just very loyal. I find, like, when she feels like she's invested in someone, whenever hiccups come, she's gonna try to do whatever she can do to work it out. She's gonna pick Johnny. Johnny's sweating, Johnny feels bad, but she's still gonna pick Johnny. That's my prediction. If you guys believe that's your prediction, put it below. But that's my prediction, she's still gonna pick Johnny. Justine, obviously, still gonna be with Caleb. Moira, now she's either has a choice between Calvin and Connor. I don't know who she's gonna pick. I think she'd be smart to pick Calvin because Connor is still stuck on Mackenzie, so Connor needs to go home. Because any other girl comes, he's not gonna be open to her. I don't feel he's not gonna give her a chance. So send Connor home, let Calvin stay, let him find love. Apparently 2 new girls coming in, maybe he can find the connection. Kirsten, or maybe he can still work on a thing with Kirsten. Who knows? Or Laurel, because apparently Laurel has interest in him. I don't know who Laurel's gonna pick. The way that Carrington was acting towards her right before the recoupling, like, you don't care. Again, another sign of immaturity. If I was Laurel, I would not pick Carrington. I'd actually pick Calvin and see what you could do with Calvin, because there was that interest there. Let Carrington maybe find one of those new girls. Kristen's interested in Ben. I'm pretty sure she's gonna pick Ben. And then let Carrington deal with one of the 2 new girls that are coming in, and just end it and just bit bop boo. That's how it's gonna happen. Unfortunately, I think Benny is gonna go home. But yeah, guys, this is what my opinion is. Let me know what you guys think. Again, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'm not trying to make this go more than 15 minutes. So I will see y'all next time.